never given a thought how to prevent suicide even before they try to plant that thought in their mind?
Do you know what can be the most common reason for a person to take their life?
It's because they strongly believe in themselves that they are up to no good and they can do nothing better in their lives to get better.
A self-esteem drowned under deep and in progress to show them only one way, suicide.
Our team's cumulative efforts in order to bring about awareness and to acknowledge people on how low self-esteem has been the most major problem in youth, particularly medical students, making them inevitable to get into depression and suicidal ideations had led us to perform this research.
Self-esteem, in its broadest sense, is how much value a person places on his or herself. It's a person's ability to hold a favorable attitude towards oneself and to retain such positive beliefs in situations which are challenging, especially situations which include being evaluated by others. Self-esteem tend to fluctuate over time. It's normal to go through times when you feel down about yourself and times when you feel good about yourself. Generally, self-esteem stays in a range that reflects your own thoughts by yourself, like how a coin has two sides. Self-esteem has both positive and negative sides. Now let us talk about low self-esteem. Low self-esteem. People with low self-esteem feel unloved, inadequate, incompetent. They are hyper-alert and hyper-vigilant to the signs of rejection, inadequacy and rebuff. People who lack self-esteem sees rejection and disapproval everywhere even when there isn't any.
Scientific approach has been to the most common suicide, and then the severe psychiatric disorders such as depressive disorders, eating disorders, anxiety disorders, alcohol and drug abuse. Most pitiful situation is that majority of the people doesn't care about their mental health problems until it seems severe. They actually see it as a taboo for a young adult to consult a therapist or a psychiatrist.
For now, we feel very honored to present you our research work about how low self-esteem is associated with the development of depression and suicidal ideations. In order to achieve that, we have circulated Google Forms pertaining to questionnaires regarding self-esteem, depression and suicidal ideations. Out of all the students, 17.3% have reported to show prevalence in low self-esteem and 30% showed prevalence in depression and 55% showed prevalence in suicidal ideations. We have also stated the association between low self-esteem, suicidal ideations and depression too. The graph depicts the statistical graph which is being shown depicts our research result. People with normal self-esteem shown in orange bar. They have around 55% of suicidal ideations and 23% in depression. And people with low self-esteem reported to have around 60% of suicidal ideations and 50% of depression. Our research also stated the relationship that low self-esteem has more association with depression and suicidal ideations.
In order to achieve what we aspire, we would like to educate people regarding the basic signs and symptoms of low self-esteem and depression. And in people, generally low self-esteem people tend to show more suicidal behavior than normal self-esteem. Signs and symptoms of low self-esteem pertaining to depression. Signs and symptoms of low self-esteem.
Saying negative things and being critical at one another.
Joking about oneself in a negative way. Blaming yourself when things go wrong.
Thinking others are better than you.
Thinking that you don't deserve to have fun.
Not accepting compliments.
Avoiding challenges because of fear of failure.
They are overly upset by rejection, criticism and now let us know about the signs and symptoms of depression. Although depression may occur once in your life, people typically have multiple episodes. During these episodes, the symptoms may occur during and they are as follows.
Feelings of sadness, tearfulness, emptiness,
Angry outbursts, irritability or frustration over small issues,
lack of interest or pleasures in sex and hobbies and sports,
sleep disturbances including insomnia or hypersomnia,
tiredness and lack of energy, so small things take great effort,
reduced appetite or weight loss or increased craving for food or weight gain,
anxiety, hesitation and tiredness,
slowed thinking, speaking or body movements,
feeling of worthlessness, fixating on the past failures and selflessness,
trouble thinking, concentrating, making decisions or remembering things,
frequent thoughts of suicidal tendencies, suicidal thoughts and suicide.
unnoticed problems like back pain, headache and stomach pain. For some people with depression, symptoms usually are severe enough to cause noticeable problems in day-to-day activities such as work, school, social activities or relationship with others. Some people may generally find miserable or unhappy without really knowing why.
This could help students to recognize their peers or colleagues around them who are finding a hard time trying to bring the pieces of their life together. Students or people like this doesn't really stick to your materialistic support. Instead, they can really get better with your verbal support, assuring them that they are loved by you, cared by you, and are available in the need of time.
In a nutshell, to have low self-esteem is to live a life of misery. Awareness among us can change the world and lead the world in the future of lights with brightness of knowledge. UK has conducted an annual International Practitioner Health Summit 2022, the Wounded Healer, which mainly focuses to reflect on mental health impact. It is our time to lend helping hands rather than praying lips. Let us become together and let everyone know that we are not alone and will never be.
Those special memories of you will always be with us. Bring a smile. You always meant so very much and always will. The fact that you are not with us causes pain, but you will be forever with us until we meet again. We dedicate this video in the loving memory of our beloved friend Preeti, who had abruptly end to write her epic future story for the saddest day. Thank you.
Yeah, yes. Everyone. In the abstract given to us, you have mentioned scales. You have mentioned scales. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
For estimation of measurement of self-esteem.
Yes, sir. We
and
have
then
used.
measurement of depression. Beck's depression inventory scale.
Yes.
But during your presentation, you didn't seem to have mentioned them. And did you, when you did the course, did you mention about them? And what was the percentage? You only mentioned that 16%. But in the Rosenthal scale, how it was, what were the variations?
So actually, Rosenberg self-esteem scale is a standard scale for the measurement of self-esteem. It has 10 questions and each question carries 3 marks. So people who tend to show values below 15, they are considered to have low self-esteem. And people who scored above 15 are to be considered under normal self-esteem. So same.
Was there any qualitative analysis? Because some of the questions like, I have good number of qualities. A person can say, I have good number of qualities, 3 points, but then he would say, I'm worthless, 0 points. Now, which quality of this low self-esteem leads to suicidal tendency? It is not mere quantity. You are estimating his psychological attitude or framework.
Yes, we are estimating the psychological attitude.
A simple score may not be adequate, just like 15 or 14 is going to go into suicide. He may never commit suicide. Somebody with 30 may commit suicide. You understand that?
Yes.
The second thing is this measurement of Beck's depression scale also. You have not mentioned in your actual presentation at all. How you use it then, whether qualitatively, only quantitatively, how you standardize it then. You have not mentioned anything. Validated it. How did you validate it? And all the photographs that you showed were of foreign students. The problem that might seem too very huge for them may be nothing for an Indian student from a poor rural background. He may be very happy in Usmania Medical College. They were all from YouTube, foreign students. Their problems are different. Indian problems are different.
It's for just reference purpose we use that.
This also includes something like my question, my scoring includes something like research. Okay, you cannot just give a model and say this can happen. It has to be genuine, it has to be original. Am I right?
Yes.
Yeah. Adam.
Yeah, that was a very good presentation actually. Topic is very much relevant because medical students joining a Usmania Medical College or any other medical college is very stressful for them. They have to maintain their standards and low self-esteem, depression is very much relevant topic you have chosen. That I appreciate. But one thing is you have told prevalence of low self-esteem in medical students, first objective. Second objective is to find out the prevalence of depression and suicidal ideation among medical students. How much is the prevalence?
Prevalence of depression reported to have 30% and suicidal ideations around 55%.
Would you like to use the term prevalence? You have not done it on a community, you have done it on a medical student. Then prevalence is a term which you can use when you are doing the study on a community. You can use something like proportion or percentage, something like that. Then in the study setting, you have told various medical colleges. Various medical colleges means government or private. How many?
Various medical colleges including both government and medical colleges from Andhra Pradesh, Telangana and also Karnataka.
Rural, urban, how many colleges? That also can make a difference. Now my next question is, what confounding factors you have seen? Like you are trying to tell low self-esteem and depression. But depression may be because of many causes. There might have been a family history of depression, there might be substance abuse, there might be psychosocial stressors, or you might have assessed just before exam, or a student just failed, then you might have assessed. These are all the confounding factors which may lead to depression. So whether your depression is because of low self-esteem or is it because of other psychosocial stressors, that you have to differentiate. For that you have to, that is what I mean when confounding factors. You have to do something like regression analysis something, but otherwise it's a good topic. And then how you arrived at the size of sample, whether ethics committee approval was taken, these are all few concerns. Okay, now what?
So we have the next batch. This is a very good presentation. Just one question for you. Like measurement of suicidal ideation, you have done based only on one question. Measurement of suicidal ideation, you have done only on one question. Can you do that?
Have you ever thought of That means we ask students that have you ever thought of attempting suicide before in your life, at any point in their life?
It's just a single question. Can you say so much of prevalence? You here mentioned as 55%.
Yes, ma'am.
So,
Actually,
with that one question, can you mention that?
Ma'am, actually not one question. We took a reference from suicidal ideation questionnaire. We got a reference from Google and we used it as a reference to pose questions to the students.
The abstract provided to us has got only one question in this. So that's why I'm asking.
That means we took the reference from Google, ma'am, and we asked that question to the students.
Reference from Google is like a study. Is it a study? Is it a study you have taken as a reference?
Is ethical approval important for this study? If so, why?
We have taken a concern from all the people, ma'am. But about ethical committee, every research does, every research
Specific to your topic.
about
Is it important in your topic? If so, if yes, why?
Yes, it is important, ma'am. The ethical committee has to approve this research because it is very subjective topic and it is more associated with their emotional feelings rather than a simple scientific
fine.
study.
Good afternoon. Firstly, I would like to congratulate for your amazing presentation. So, I have always been, mental health has always been my keen topic of interest. I would like to ask that in your presentation, you mentioned that suicidal rate and depression is because of low self-esteem. Low self-esteem means something that is within you. You lack confidence. And then there was this message quoted in the end that you are cared, you are loved. The reason you are mentioning there is low self-esteem, which means the person has to value his or her own worth. But the message which we convey usually, which is conveyed on the screens or platforms wherever we say about suicide prevention is you are loved, you are cared. And I don't think so. In your perspective, you guys have mentioned taken surveys and stuff. So, in that, when you conducted surveys, what was the usual question which you asked? What were the questions which you asked for low self-esteem? Was it because that person did not feel his worth, or because he was not made? Did he lack confidence by himself, or did people make him feel low or underconfident? I think low self-esteem comes from within, and the message which you quoted that you are loved, that is very subjective because a person loving us or caring us is that's very subjective because I think that has to come from within. My question is, what was the questionnaire you asked body, your survey, the survey which you conducted, what were the questions which you asked?
Can you please be more prominent or specific on what question you want to ask in one line? Because it's such a huge para and you can't understand.
I want to ask the questions which you asked to your specific area. Low self-esteem came from because they were underconfident. Because they did not feel loved or.
Okay, can I stop there? Because first of all, in order to measure for low self-esteem, we have circulated Rosenberg self-esteem scale. If you go through your Google and search regarding that, you will get the questionnaires pertaining to that. And that mainly includes, are you feeling on par with your peers, or are you feeling low about yourself? Do you feel any loss of interest? All these kind of questions, there are about 10 questions present in that self-esteem scale. We use Rosenberg self-esteem scale. And regarding depression, we used Beck's inventory scale, which constitutes 21 questions. And you can...
Thank you so much. That answered